Hi, I'm Brock Wellbone with the Central Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Jeannie Barnett, just as a citizen of Central, having a good time out here today.
We're here to welcome you to the 31st Annual Central Chamber Christmas Parade. It's going to be a great day despite the little bit dreary weather. What do you think, Jeannie?
Well, the forecast says partly cloudy, and I think we're getting the cloudy part right now, but when the parade starts, maybe we'll get the partly sunny part.
That would be great. I'm excited for the floats this year. We've got a great lineup, so let's take a look at Christmas in Central. And we are getting the go-ahead from Aaron Moak out there, setting the 31st Annual Central Chamber Christmas Parade off. Here come the police officers to make sure that everybody is nice and safe and has a great time.
I hope everyone gets out of the way. It looks like it's pretty clear right now, but as the parade goes on, that crowd gets so excited. And roaches on the parade route. Now here we go.
That's the Central Fire and Rescue Vehicle.
Central Fire Department.
They are throwing out a little bit of candy here with their flashy red lights.
Love those blue lights too. You don't think of blue lights as going along with Christmas, but I think they're very pretty. Well, unless it's in my rearview mirror.
Yeah,
in that case, I'm not that happy with it.
Then we have red lights on the back of our vehicles.
That's right.
Looks like the Sheriff's Department is out in full force.
I think they're throwing cups.
And of course the Central Police here. So we have several first responder units out here representing.
All right, and then after that, it looks like we're going to have the CHS Junior ROTC.
Fantastic. We have a great ROTC program here at the high school. My son's not in it, but he has said good things about the colonel that runs it, and they run a solid program.
I don't know that much about ROTC, but I know that it's highly respected and a very respectable thing to do.
Well, prepping young people to move into the military to protect our country, I think that's a good initiative. I see a young man over there on the left. His name is Cade. I can't remember his last name, but he's been to the house a few times. He's a fine young man.
I'm sure they're all fine young men. Do we have any young ladies in that group? Yes, we do.
I see a couple.
What a noble thing to do. Is this the Grand Marshal, Bill McClin?
Bill McClin, he's the Grand Marshal for the parade this year. He's been a lifelong history of service to others here in the city of Central. Mr. McClin served in the United States Marine Corps from 1960 to 66 and served 4 years as the president of the Central High Athletic Backers. Bill has also served others literally by using his considerable cooking skills in supporting recovery efforts after Hurricanes Ivan, Rita, and here recently, Hurricane Harvey.
Bill has spent much time and energy continuing in service as a mainstay of the Cooking in Central organization, benefiting schools, veterans, and disaster victims through Central's annual cook-off. Bill loves fishing, hunting, and gardening, but loves family most of all. It is Central's honor to recognize Bill McClin in this year's parade as a model citizen, a model of leadership in Central and service to others.
Here we have, I think it's the high school kittens coming through. I think they're going to just release at any moment with these. Oh, here comes the band right behind them, and the flags have started moving.
Here comes the band, and you can tell the band is coming. I just love standing on a parade route when a big band is coming through.
Oh, absolutely.
You can feel that bass drum in your chest. That is so exciting. That's a great way to start a parade. And look at these beautiful girls. Those flags, they look so festive.
And that's the Central High School Color Guard just ahead of the band. And the band director, Mr. Henderson, leading the band out front, but not exactly directing. I guess he does a really good job prepping them for the parade, so he just gets to walk along and wave.
And have a good time and enjoy it too.
Good to see some hats on these heads with the dreary weather. Look at this springy hat over here on the drummer.
Bouncy hat. He's playing drums with a candy cane in his mouth.
Now that's how you start a parade.
That is a perfect way to start a parade. I'm excited.
Up next, we have the Central Fire Department fire truck, Truck 318. A little more representation from our first responders.
Can you imagine how exciting it is for a little fella to be on top of a fire truck with all the lights going and the sirens going, throwing candy to a crowd like this?
Absolutely, everyone cheering and waving, and hey, it's a fire truck.
Right, it's a fire truck. It's exciting to begin with. Let's throw candy from it.
And they're playing some holly jolly Christmas carols.
Yeah, I can hear it now. Now that we've got a lot of music going on.
Once the base of the band gets past us here. And the next float looks like it's the mayor's float, the city of Central.
Oh yeah, I can see the mayor. There you go. He ought to be wearing a hat, don't you think?
I don't know. It's kind of an iconic look of our mayor
Yeah.
with his bald head and glasses. It's just a thing he's got going.
I guess he just doesn't have to worry about the frizz like I do.
Well, the mayor has had a very, very difficult year with our recovery after the flood in 2016. But he and the city council have really come together, along with the citizens and volunteers of Central, to really get Central back on track, don't you think?
I agree, and this is a very joyous year. Almost everyone, but not everyone, is back in their homes, and their homes are made again whole, but there are a few left, but this is still a great time to celebrate. Not only are we celebrating the coming end of this recovery season, but this is the second day we have not been in hurricane season this year. Did you realize that?
Praise God. I did hear that on the radio.
Praise God.
Here comes another fire truck. This one looks a little bit older, very fancy.
Oh, that is pretty. A vintage fire truck.
And the Baton Rouge Fire Department Gator, or Polaris, rolling around out here.
Well, you know big words. A Polaris, you said?
I just read it off the front.
Here we go.
This
There's the Capital Area Law Enforcement Foundation. This float includes Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, State Senator Bodie White, and District Attorney Hiller Moore. The foundation provides protective equipment to local law enforcement agencies. Currently serving a 7-parish area, Capital Area Law Enforcement Foundation is dedicated to making sure that all law enforcement officers make it home safely at the end of their shift. Joining Capital Area Law Enforcement Foundation and being honored today, like I said, they're the families of our fallen and wounded law enforcement officers and Billy Nungesser, Bodie White, and Hiller Moore.
Here comes a Hummer right behind them with the district attorney's office. And here comes a great big unit. I don't know what this is from the sheriff's office. This is incredible.
That looks serious. Do you see on the front it says move over backwards so that you can read it in your rearview mirror?
Well, if that thing is coming up behind me, I would definitely move over. And then
You better believe. Yeah, that's Sid Gotro. I recognize him.
Then right behind him is the sheriff's SWAT vehicle, I'm thinking. Look at this thing. It's got a big cap on the top, a big armored unit there.
That is serious looking too. It looks like a Darth Vader. If Darth Vader were a vehicle, that's what he would look like, don't you think?
If he was a transformer, yes.
What is that, a satellite? Oh, that's a hatch like in a tank. That is serious. Well, I feel so protected, don't you?
We're in a safe spot here at the parade. And behind that is the Dare car. They are keeping it real.
Oh, last year they came in a really brightly painted green pickup truck. And I thought, I wish I had that. I'd never lose my car in the parking lot again with my groceries.
Yeah, I still have to click my clicker.
Oh, what do we have here? Is that an elephant? I love it. I love it. There's Billy Nungesser. And like I said, he's a part of the entire grouping that we call Capital Area Law Enforcement Foundation.
Yeah, Mr. Nungesser recently became our lieutenant governor and has really been out there a lot promoting Louisiana.
This is the first time we've seen him in the Central Parade. I love that float.
That's very clever, very clever.
Look at all the children running up to get those throws.
And it says on the back, follow Peanut at #GoPeanut.
Peanut, that's a great name for an elephant. If I had an elephant, I think I would name him Peanut.
Kind of an oxymoron, though. A peanut is kind of small.
I know, but that's why I like that. I had a snake named Fluffy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I learn something new every year from you, Jeannie. I have a friend, he's got a dog named Donkey.
Donkey.
So this is the Central Tigers float. Central Tiger Christmas is brought to you by the Central Tigers. It's a baseball team for boys ages 4 through 13, and they promote proactive coaching and is very family oriented. If you're looking for a program for your son that has an exceptional baseball experience, contact Lori Guillory or Central Tiger Baseball on Facebook.
Well, it makes me wish I were a Central Tiger. Look how much fun they're having.
They are having a blast. Man, look at all the beads. And they are waving at us. Hey, guys. Look at all the trophies on the back there. Wow.
Wow. Their arms are going to be sore tomorrow. Look at that. I'll do that.
What do we have here, Jeannie?
It looks like Rave Performing Arts Company. They offer quality dance and music theater education, training, and performance opportunities for ages 3 through adult. Rave Performing Arts is led by a faculty of qualified, certified, and sought-after industry professionals. Rave has become known for their unmatched educational standard in the area, bringing traditional standards of techniques in a fun and creative environment. And not only that, they also have my grandniece Grace marching among them. I see her. She can't look up and see me, but I see my grandniece Grace.
Well, I think they're all focused on their routine there. Look at them go.
And they're doing such a great job. Look at that.
I love the silver hats. That's unique.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm glad to see they are dressed appropriately.
Up next, we have a really rockin' Mustang 5.0 pulling up. I happen to be a big fan of the Mustangs. If you remember, before I got my truck, I had a Mustang for many years. And this is Representative Valerie Hodges pulling up. She serves District 64, which encompasses portions of Central, Zachary, and Baker, and the area of Pride in the East Baton Rouge Parish, as well as the Watson area in Livingston Parish. Representative Hodges was elected to the Louisiana House of Representatives in 2011 and is currently serving her second term. Her committee assignments are Appropriations, Joint Legislative Committee on the Budget, Judiciary, Administration of Criminal Justice, and Vice Chair of Homeland Security. She's also the chairwoman of the Comac River Diversion Task Force. That is a mouthful. And right behind her is the Coca-Cola truck. And they are always jamming. I remember the first parade that we brought my dog Beauregard to. This truck pulled up and we were right at ground level. And that music was blasting and he started backing up. I thought he was going to run away.
I guess that could be intimidating. But the Coca-Cola truck really adds a level of festivity to the parade that is unmatched. Look at that laughing Santa. I love it.
Yeah, that is a classic and a must for every parade.
Kudos to those who arranged the parade and space out the loud floats so so they don't compete with one another.
Yeah, they don't get jumbled. And here comes Advanced Office Systems. They were established in the 80s, and they worked diligently to become an expert in their field. Through innovative thinking, owners Matthew and a buddy of mine, PJ Picourtney, and their staff have stayed on the cutting edge of their industry. Through continued product expansion and an excellent quality service, they have grown to have 3 locations and service a client base that reaches well beyond their region. Now they're riding there in a family-owned United States military Deuce and a half.
So they have that under their carport, huh? Right there at their house, huh? Family owned. There's Central Community School System. It's Mike Falk, right there in front of us. And he's there with with him is the Central Middle School's Lighthouse team. The Lighthouse team is always overflowing with light as they dump out buckets of kindness, peace, patience, self-control, forgiveness, mercy, goodness, gentleness, and joy on their fellow peers. They impact the school's culture in a positive way and are known as the leaders and game changers of Central Middle. Their influence creates an atmosphere of love and acceptance for all who walk through the doors of Central Middle School. With them is Superintendent Falk, who has led the Central Community School System since its start in 2007, and he's retiring this month. Thank you to Superintendent Falk for 10 tremendous years of service to the Central Community School System.
Yeah, he's done a very good job getting the school system off to a great start. And recently, Jason Fountain has become our new school superintendent. I'm very excited about that.
Well, that is really good to hear. I think he's a Central person now. He has been in the Central system for a while. That's wonderful.
He came and spoke at the chamber and said, I got a little more twang than Mike Falk, but
oh yeah,
because he's from Alabama.
But I did enjoy listening to Mike Falk with that soft Cajun accent. That was pretty cool.
And here's the Central High School homecoming court. The freshman car has Alyssa Gilliott and Hannah King.
That might have been Gilliott.
Gilliott, pardon me. My Cajun is escaping me today. Here directly in front of us we have...
Okay, those are the sophomores. Okay. Minion Brister, Tia Plant, and Kinley Welsh.
And the junior car is coming up. That's Bailey Bagley and Marissa
Eisworth,
Brandy Houston, Talia Joseph, and Joy Lilly. They're riding in a beautiful Camaro.
Isn't it convenient to have a nice convertible to ride in on a parade day? Makes it a lot easier to throw those treats.
I think so.
Oh, boy,
whoa,
there
wow.
are some treats being thrown, aren't there?
Looks like the senior car is coming up. This one is a Corvette. Oh my goodness, is it beautiful. You have Jacqueline Dame, Alyssa Dixon, Crystalline Hill, Katie McCaskill, we used to go to church with her, and Kiara Veals.
Can you see her?
Looking here.
Or in the,
I think it's several different cars here.
It does look like that.
I do. I see her dad walking the car, so she's in the third car. And her brother. Man, these are some fine looking vehicles out here. 3 Corvettes in a row. Can you believe the turnout this year, Jeannie? Look at all these people.
I just looked around. Look all the way up Jewel Road. There are hundreds of people just within our vision. And it extends much farther. Brockwell, don't you wish you were a beauty queen, just riding that Corvette, throwing out candy to those looking on?
Maybe not the queen part, but would be nice to kind of ride around and throw candy at people.
I think you'd look lovely in a tiara, Brockwell.
Here's the Brownsfield Fire Department coming through. They're tossing candy and goodies. That is a shiny new truck. It says E713 on it.
It's much cleaner than my car, I'll tell you that.
You know, every time I go to wash my car, it would rain.
I know.
So here's District Family Court Judge Charlene Day. She's been a judge for quite some time, huh?
She has. I've known her for many years. She's a good person to have that position.
She seems like a very kind woman, but stern when she needs to be.
She is, and she learned that from being a school teacher. She was a school teacher for years.
Oh, I didn't know that. Now, there's a special place in heaven for her then. 'cause-
I agree. I
my
definitely agree. Oh boy. Here comes Greenwell Springs Baptist Church. They present the Greenwell Springs Baptist Church Choir and music from their upcoming Christmas musical, All Is Well.
How's everybody doing today? Come on, I want you to sing it with us.
And that's Jeremy Daly right there, coordinating the choir.
Now he wants you to sing along, Brockwell.
Nobody wants to hear me sing. No, I'm allowed to sing in the shower and at church, because in the shower no one can hear me, and in church it's a joyful noise even if it's not so pleasant.
Well, I try to sing out in church, but not louder than anyone near me.
Here's one of the favorite floats, the Krispy Kreme float.
It's always one of everyone's favorite. Krispy Kreme has been in business since 1937. They've been in business in our area since 1964. They're giving back to the community that has supported them for over 53 years.
I'm surprised Chris, my wife, isn't up there grabbing a box of donuts.
Where's my husband? He needs to get me some donuts.
Look,
There
he's
he is.
trying. He's got his
Yay.
hands up.
Oh, darn.
Oh, Doug.
Chase them down, Doug. Huh?
This looks like the Louisiana Twirl Force. They're led by instructor Susan Julians, and they're an organization devoted to bringing baton twirling back to the public. They teach students from first grade to adults. For more information, you can visit their website at louisianatwirlforce.com. Well, Jeannie, look, there's adults out there. We can go
I
out
know.
there, and next year we'll stand and twirl as we announce the parade.
That would be awesome, Brockwell. You might not want to stand too close to me, though.
Well, I was thinking we might accidentally throw the microphone.
We might.
That might not be good because we don't know who would pick it up and start announcing.
They might do better than I could. Be the twirler, so, you know. Yep, there's some adults out there doing that. That just looks like so much fun.
And a great way to stay active.
They really ought to light those batons on fire. That would be impressive.
I don't know. Then we'd
You
have to
don't
have,
think so?
like fire extinguishers every 20 feet.
Well,
and-
we have a fire truck every 20 feet.
Well, that's true. That's true. We've got the flags coming.
And we've got EMS again, our first responders. So that in case they decide to light the batons, they're there in case there's a mishap with the fire.
There we go. There we go. So we can get it put out and get immediate medical attention.
That's right. And as long as they're not having to attend to someone, they can throw candy. I like the throwing candy part better, don't you?
Oh, yeah. That sounds much more fun. Man, there's still many more floats to come. I'm looking over at the starting area, and they're just coming and coming.
Well, it has stopped drizzling, but I'm really grateful that we don't have to squint in the sun, do we, Brockwell?
Seems like one year we had to do that.
We did. And it was kind of hot and sticky, and it didn't seem very Christmassy.
No. What is this float, Jeannie?
This looks like the Mary O. Fisher Foundation. Is that what this is? Give me a kiss?
I see some kisses.
I see. It features a giant Hershey's chocolate kisses smooching beneath the mistletoe. Oh, I see them. Look at them under the mistletoe. That's cute. This float is accented with holly and silver and red decor. It comes just in time to sweeten your holiday season. Kisses to all from the Mary O. Fisher Foundation.
That is a good-looking float.
That must have taken some time to put that float together. You can tell they really enjoy what they're doing. Uh-oh, it looks like I see ice cream coming. I know that that's not really just an ice cream truck. That's Red River Bank's entry. It's their famous ice cream truck, which always brings smiles to many of Central's events. Red River Bank is a Louisiana community bank that focuses on building relationships with their customers and exceeding their expectations every day. Well, that exceeds my expectations to have ice cream, right?
Yum.
Red River Bank has 5 branches in the greater Baton Rouge area. The central branch, managed by Natalie Barber, is located at 14545 Wax Road. With their hometown feel and willingness to help, Red River Bank is here to meet your banking needs. Do you see them throwing ice cream? What are they throwing?
I think they're throwing cups, and then you can later get ice cream in the cups.
That's an excellent idea. It might get messy if they tried to fill those cups with ice cream before they threw them, don't you think?
It would be really fun for us to stand up here and watch, though.
I would like that. That would be just right next door to a food fight.
Now here comes the Callahan Law and Central Title and Closing Company float. It's brought to you by Central Title and Closing and Callahan Law. Central Title has 3 great locations, including Central, Baton Rouge, and Zachary. It's your choice. Choose Central Title and Closing to handle your next home purchase or refinance. Callahan Law Firm is committed to the professional and dedicated practice of law that our clients deserve and expect. Trust Callahan Law Firm to handle all your legal needs. You can find them on the web at callahanlaw.com.
They've sent us a message. They say, "We hope you have a very safe and Merry Christmas." Well, if anyone lost their drinking vessels to the flood, they can stock up again this year at the parade because we got plenty of cups coming.
Lots
Oh,
of
here's
cups.
some more cups. Awesome.
That's the Polar Express. That's the Bank of Zachary Central Branch bringing us the Polar Express. All aboard as we embark on a magical adventure to the North Pole. This wonderful float was constructed and decorated by Baton Rouge fireman Michael McKernan, Lindsay McKernan, and the Bank of Zachary branch employees. When you see their familiar 4-part logo, remember that balancing the needs of these 4 constituent groups, customers, staff, shareholders, and community, has been a hallmark of the Bank of Zachary. Its tried and true formula is that it has served them well for more than 100 years.
Here comes "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" from Caliente Mexican Cravings. It's a theme for the float decorated to simulate a warm, cozy living room, complete with a flaming fireplace. There are rockers for Ma and Pa to sit on while they read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to the kiddos. The children are all dressed in their candy cane jammies, ready for bed to await the arrival of the jolly big man to deliver them toys and goodies. We'd like to thank Calientes and Ricardo Barrazo for sponsoring our float. We love Calientes for the best Mexican food in the area, casual atmosphere, great food, and friendly service. Also a great place to have a party in their private room. They invite us to come join them at Calientes.
Calientes, it's hot.
It's a hot. Are they throwing burritos again?
Not this year.
Not
I know
this year?
every year we look for
Darn.
that and no burritos. They should take a cue from Krispy Kreme.
That's right. That's right. That would be another food fight float. I think we should have one, a food fight float.
A food fight float. So here comes the All-Star Arts Academy. They're a youth outreach program dedicated to providing art-focused enrichment and activities for children and their family. And they're all dressed in bright green in their red float. I think they've got some music coming along with them. And they're coming along dancing. Some of them have little presents on their heads. Check that out.
Well, that's different. I think that's so cute. That's adorable. Do you know how long the parade route is, Rockwell?
It goes all the way to Lovett. Now, how long that is, I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's quite a hike if you're just walking. Can you imagine dancing that length?
No.
No?
All I could think is Steve Martin starting at the beginning of this route, dancing all crazy, and by the time he gets to the end, he's crawling. Couldn't you see that?
I can see that. Yes, I could. Darn, I miss Steve Martin.
These little ones will make it, though.
No, I think I see Steve Martin.
I see a dog with a hat and a vest and an elf. What could this be?
Do you think it might be Girl Scouts, a Girl Scout troop?
Looks like it to me. I see little green vests.
It's loaded with 10 precious, smart, junior level Louisiana East Girl Scouts. These are Central Super Troopers. Some of these young ladies are in their 3rd year with this troop. These girls love to camp, explore, ride horses, discover, experiment, design, create, improve, help, learn, and above all, make a positive impact. Their super mommies and super daddies are honored to be leading them in this year's parade. Is that dog a friend of yours, Rockwell? Do you recognize him?
I haven't met him yet, so he's just a friend I haven't met.
There you go.
No such thing as a stranger, just a friend I haven't met.
And he definitely looks friendly.
His tail's wagging.
Now, can you guess what this one is, Rockwell?
It looks like the magic school bus from First Student. They're the school bus provider for the Central Community School System. Their drivers have an unwavering commitment to our students, parents, district, and community to provide the safest mode of transportation daily, caring for students today, tomorrow, and together. And oh my goodness, people are screaming for their stuff.
I think they have an array of different throws. I saw someone handing something that what might have been fragile out the school bus window. That might have been a very desirable throw.
Now there's something you don't see every day, Frisbees flying out of a school bus.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe I do. It depends on the school. This looks like the Cawthorn family Christmas. They have their float is the Cawthorn Candy Christmas. This float is full of fun, children and candy at Christmas time, with giant candy and smiles from children from the community. Christmas is a time for joy and happiness. The Cawthorn family would like to bring a little happiness to Central with their float. Merry Christmas from the Cawthorn family to yours. I think they're the ones who have the tire business. Are they the same Cawthorns?
They might be.
I'll bet they are. Looks like, see the people in the white pajamas, Brockwell? Who do you suppose they might be?
That has got to be A Karate Christmas by Langston Taekwondo. Langston Martial Arts is a family-owned school providing the city of Central with quality martial arts training for over 13 years. They offer the opportunity to participate in a sport where your success is measured by your personal achievements. Langston's offers jiu-jitsu and taekwondo for all ages.
Okay, that's more my speed. I could do that, I think, better than baton twirling. I don't know. I would have to learn how to use nunchucks, wouldn't I? That would be just as dangerous as a baton in my hands.
I don't know, I think I'd be more likely to hit myself with nunchucks.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I think I could do a good job of hitting myself, or you, with the baton. All right, here comes the gift of hope. Hope Central, an area church, a partially open gift box reveals a manger scene. Jesus Christ is the hope of the world. Our purpose is to unwrap and reveal Jesus Christ to the city of Central.
That is a good-looking manger scene.
Yes, it is. Did you see a baby?
I saw a baby.
Good.
I think it was a live baby, too. Now here comes the Patton Insurance Agency. They're riding in a silver Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. That's Blaine Patton and his family and friends. At Patton Insurance, they're here to keep you covered through all the many adventures of life. I get it. I see what they did there.
It could also be pronounced Patan.
Patton?
Yeah. That's one of those Cajun things, Rockwell.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah, it could, and it could be Patton. It could be.
Here's one we see every year. That's the Veterans of Foreign Wars. It's post 3784. They're throwing lots of beads today.
It looks like they have a lot more beads than they have throwers. Those are some busy people up there.
Oh my goodness, what is this? Dance Fusion, I think.
It is Dance Fusion. They present some of their many dancers. Dance Fusion Studio, owned by Jamie Owen, is located in Central at 13421 Hooper Road. They teach all styles of dance. Oh, look, they look like they're having such a great time. Not only are they dancing, they're hopping too.
I'm dancing. This is good stuff.
It's a good thing the camera's not on this platform with us because it would be dancing too. I like the floats with a lot of music. Really makes it feel like Christmas.
It's great to see all the girls from different ages out there dancing together.
And I'm so glad that they're dressed for the warm weather like the previous dance troupe. I mean, for the cold weather, like the previous dance troupe. One year we had, it never got above freezing for the entire parade. And those little young ladies dancing were such troopers. They did the entire route in their tights. And I was frozen for them.
I remember that. Oh my gosh.
Here comes my friend Doug Welburn. He's clerk of court and he always has one of the most impressive floats in the parade.
A friend of ours, Heather, there throwing throws in the front, handing off stuffed animals.
Wow, those are some good throws.
He always does a phenomenal float and has great throws.
He does. I wonder if he does many parades in all of his areas.
I would hope so.
Yeah, because
such a good looking float.
That is a really fine looking float there. Here comes Fishers of Men, sponsored by Magnolia United Methodist Church. This is their interpretation of Fishers of Men. Now, isn't that clever, Barkwell?
That's very clever. They've got their nets out.
Think they're throwing fish?
That sounds messy too.
It really does. Oh, they could be throwing packages of goldfish. That's what I would do if I were.
They should all consult with us before creating their floats.
Indeed, they should.
Now this looks like a homecoming court with Lauren Dale and Carly Schaefer.
This is Central Private School.
The next car would be their sophomores, Morgan Campbell and Katie Alford. They're riding in a gorgeous Corvette.
Isn't that beautiful?
I like their hats.
I like the hats too.
That's very classy. You know, Gone Away is the day of the hat.
I think hats are very, very attractive. I wish they would come back, even for men. Here come the juniors, Danielle Lofstrom and Kirby Byland.
Looks like the senior car. That's Madison LeBlanc. See, I got that one right.
You did. I was thinking you did a great job on LeBlanc there.
Danielle McNamara and the Queen Shelby. What's Shelby's last name?
Mouton.
Thank
or
you.
Mouton.
Believe it or not, I grew up in Baton Rouge. There's Shelby right there with her big crown on. Everyone else had beautiful hats, and she's got a beautiful crown.
Well, if I had a crown to wear, I think I'd wear a crown too.
Every day?
Actually, I have a tiara at home that I wear when I vacuum sometimes.
Okay, so like a 1950s housewife.
With the pearls. With the and the heels. Just call me June Cleaver.
All right, here come the Dixie Darlings. They're dancing through the holidays. The Dixie Darlings are the varsity dance team of Central Private. They perform at pep rallies, football, and basketball games, and these girls truly enjoy what they do. Our now graduated Central Private next door neighbor was a Dixie Darling, and she loved it.
I'll bet that looks like a lot of fun. Where else can you get your extracurricular activity dancing? Now, what could be more fun than that? This looks like the Central Private School Peanut Cheerleaders. That group consists of girls from the 2nd to 4th grades. They're new to cheering and discovering the fun and friendship that cheering creates.
Now, isn't that cute, little cheerleaders?
Why is it the smaller something is, the cuter it is? Aren't they precious? These little tiny cheerleaders. I cheer for them.
Now here comes the Central Private School junior varsity and varsity cheerleaders. So this is the grown-up version of the cheerleader.
Yes. Fast forward a few years from the past float, and now you'll see these beauties. I think I would cheer with them too.
And they have leopard print Santa hats on just like you.
Yes, I'm a trendsetter. What can I say?
I love it.
Do you think I could put a tiara on over my leopard print hat?
We could kind of tuck it in the brim there.
I
Yeah.
think that would work.
Yeah, that
Maybe
would work
that's
very
what
well.
I'll wear next year.
Okay. I think the weather is turning out very, very well.
It's easier to see the floats without sunglasses on. So.
Yes. Now, I think this is the Central Youth Football Association. They're an organization developed to help players learn the fundamentals of football as well as teach discipline, build character, and leadership. The Central Youth Football Association covers ages 5 through 12. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of them.
Why don't I see any football? Oh, there was a football. There you go. Don't you think a football team, the football association should be throwing footballs? Here's some more football players.
They must have had 2 floats. Look at them go.
Had just too many for one float.
That's great to see, you know, getting all these young men out there coordinating together, working together.
Yes, and I think some moms had something to do with the coordination too. Look at all those little ones, and they thought to put porta potties on those floats. Moms think of those things.
Well, when Ryan was in Cub Scouts, they had a porta potty on the float because you never know. I gotta go.
Right.
Uh-oh, I think it's the man of the hour.
Oh boy. This is the man everyone's been waiting for. You know, he hadn't changed much since last year. I think he
was even wearing the same outfit.
He might very well have. He hasn't updated his style a bit. Santa Sleigh is sponsored by Lewis Wrecker Service Incorporated. Lewis Wrecker Service is a local family-owned business that has been in operation since 1956. They are Central's oldest business.
I did not know that, and he's waving at us, Jeannie. Have you been good this year?
I've been really good this year, and I've been good every year since I was in operation in 1956. If they're Central's oldest business, what does that make me? What do we have here, Brockwell?
This is the Greenville Springs Youth Riders, and actually a friend of ours, Grace, is there leading off the pack. The team was organized in the 1950s as a mounted Boy Scout group to perform in local rodeos and parades like this one. They soon allowed girls on the team and became the Greenville Springs Youth Riders. This nonprofit group of youth ranging in age from 8 to 18 has promoted horsemanship, teamwork, and sense of value to hundreds of kids in the Central community and surrounding areas. You'll see them in rodeos and parades decked out in the original uniform of red and white. The success and longevity of this team is contributed to the dedication of the parents, support of the community, and a child's love of riding a horse. Please remember to join them each year in May at their annual rodeo at the Shady Park Arena over off of Greenville Springs.
Did you see that one horse stalled out there for a minute? That was fun.
Look at the little guy in the back.
I wonder how patient those horses must be to get decorated like that.
And here comes the final vehicles, clearing everyone out of the road, signaling the end.
Now, wasn't this the best parade yet, Brockwell?
I think in 31 years I've seen a handful of them. This was a great parade. Lots of good throws, lots of great looking floats, and of course, Christmas cheer.
I've seen more than a handful, but I can tell you it gets bigger and better every single year here in Central.
From the Central Chamber of Commerce, we'd like to thank you for joining us for our 31st annual Christmas parade. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas.